You know, we're living through one of the biggest, most incredible transformations in all of human history. It's a story that's literally reshaping our planet and how we live on it. We're talking about urbanization. So let's dive in and take a closer look at this massive global shift.
Let's just start with one number that kind of sets the whole stage. 66%. That's it. Projections show that by the year 2050, that's how much of humanity will be living in cities. Think about that. We are becoming a truly urban species, and a shift that big has huge implications for every single one of us.
So what do we actually mean when we say urbanization? Well, at its heart, it's pretty simple. It's the massive movement of people from the countryside into cities. Now, this isn't exactly a new thing, but the speed and the sheer scale of it today, it's completely unprecedented, and honestly, it shows no signs of slowing down.
But why? What's really behind this incredible migration? What is this constant, powerful pull that draws billions of people towards city life? Well, it's a story that actually started a long, long time ago.
The first really big wave kicked off way back in the 18th century thanks to the Industrial Revolution. For the first time ever, work was shifting from farms to factories, and of course, people followed the work. Then you fast forward through the 20th century, and boom, technology just supercharged that growth. Today, we're already past the halfway mark, with over half the world living in cities, and we're on a clear path to that two-thirds figure.
Just look at this. This really shows you the insane speed of this change. On the left, you've got Delhi back in 1991. Now look to the right. Just 25 years later, you can see how the city has just exploded outwards, swallowing up forests and farmland. This isn't just a statistic on a page. It's a physical transformation of our planet's surface that you can see from space.
So why do people make the move? Well, the pull factors are powerful, and they're deeply human. Cities offer the promise of more jobs, right? Better schools for your kids, advanced hospitals when you get sick. They provide basic services that, let's be honest, many of us take for granted, like piped water and electricity, plus better transport and way more opportunities for business. At the end of the day, people move to cities searching for a better life. It's as simple as that.
But, and this is a big but, this story has two very different sides. For all its incredible promise, rapid, uncontrolled urbanization brings with it some serious peril. It is a classic double-edged sword.
Okay, first, let's look at the promise, the good stuff. When urbanization is planned out, when it's done efficiently, the results are amazing. Cities become these powerful engines for economic growth. You can house huge numbers of people efficiently, using incredible infrastructure to move millions around every single day. And they're cultural melting pots, exposing people to new ideas and creating this incredible skilled workforce.
But here's the peril. When that growth is unplanned, when it just spirals out of control, that dream can turn into a nightmare fast. The cost of housing just skyrockets, forcing so many people into these cramped spaces with almost no facilities. This is what leads to the growth of slums, and this image of Dohrao in Mumbai is a powerful, sobering reminder of how poor living conditions can become.
And the strains of this kind of rapid growth are just immense. Overpopulation can actually lead to more unemployment because the job market gets so competitive. It puts a huge strain on law enforcement, which can lead to higher crime rates. The roads get totally clogged, the cities just sprawl out into nature, and all of that concentrated human activity creates massive pollution and waste problems. Now, this might sound pretty bleak, I know, but it is not the end of the story, not by a long shot. The challenges of urbanization are actually pushing us to innovate, to think really hard about how we can design smarter, better cities for tomorrow. So, this leads us to the crucial question, right? We know what cities can offer, all that opportunity, culture, and efficiency, so how do we embrace all of that good stuff without falling victim to all the peril we just talked about?
Well, the answer really lies in being intentional about it. It starts with just better planning and management, actually thinking ahead about where people are going to live, work, and travel. A second huge strategy is developing what are called satellite cities to ease the pressure on our massive metropolises. And finally, the really exciting frontier, building genuinely smart cities.
So let's talk about satellite cities. This is a perfect example, Navi Mumbai. It was planned and built near the megacity of Mumbai for a very specific reason, to absorb the growing population. It acts like a release valve, creating a self-sufficient hub to reduce that crushing load on the main city's resources.
And that brings us to the smart city. Now, this isn't just about some futuristic gadgets or flying cars.
The real idea here is using technology, things like ICT and the internet, to actively monitor and manage a city's infrastructure in real time, making everything just run a whole lot better.
And the difference is it's night and day. In a typical urban center, resources are used in a totally unplanned way, technology isn't really integrated, pollution is a huge side effect, and that lack of planning leads to slums. In a smart city, the approach is the total opposite. Resources are sustainable, technology spots and fixes problems, pollution is minimal, and housing is actually planned and affordable.
And this isn't just theory. It's not a dream. In cities like Amsterdam, you can see these smart principles in action right now. They've got dedicated bike lanes and electric vehicle charging stations everywhere to promote sustainable transport. It's all about using technology to help people make smarter, cleaner choices, which directly improves air quality and just makes daily life better for everyone.
So here's the bottom line. Our future is urban. That part's not really up for debate. The real question isn't if we will live in cities, but what kind of cities we will choose to build. Are they going to be strained and unplanned, or are they going to be smart, sustainable, and designed for everyone to thrive? That choice? Well, that's up to us.